Hello everyone, I am Tom from All Things Game Boy, and today I'm going to be showing you an instructional video on how to replace a game save battery for Pokemon Gold, Silver, and I believe Crystal. I'm not too sure on Crystal, but I'm 100% sure on Silver and Gold, so you can either take my word for it, or you can do a quick Google search and see if it's the case. Just as a disclaimer, I don't take any responsibility for damage to your game cartridge or yourself, as prying the solder off of the battery with either a knife or a really thin screwdriver like I have can, if you operate it wrongly, stab yourself. So I'm just gonna say that, do this at your own risk, and parental supervision is advised. So as you can see, I'm holding Pokemon Silver, and I have a Game Boy Advanced SP just to test it out on. So I've already replaced the battery in this, but I'm going to show you step by step on how to replace the battery. So I've already loosened this security screw for the sake of time, but I'm going to show you how to get one out. So I have needle nose pliers, cheapest chips, like $4. These are $4, the cheapest chips. They do the job, they're crappy, but they do the job. So I'm going to just take off this security screw. It can, if it's the first time it's been opened up since factory, it can take a lot of time to be able to loosen that screw for the first time. So be patient with it and try and just see, even when it's loose, it's pretty difficult to get a good grip on it. There we go. So you want to be able to spin the cartridge instead of the pliers. It seems to be easier. Let's finish this off. Alright, so there we go. The safety screw is out. We'll put that in a safe place. Pop it over there. And now your Pokemon Silver or Gold or Crystal game is fully, ready to be opened up. So you want to hold it this way or whichever way you want and just slide down. So you want to just slide it down, and then you'll see a little bit of circuit board there. And you just want to simply lift the top of the cartridge off, and you'll reveal the circuit board and battery of the system. So the reason why this takes a battery is because I believe it's these two little chips here. These are RAM, or it's that one. They're really low amounts of RAM, but it's enough to be able to hold a save. So unless there's power running to the random access memory, obviously it will discard it, and all save files will be corrupted. So try and watch. Hopefully you've already looked at a wiki page or a Instructable on how to do this, and you just want some extra information on how to do this type of procedure, or you just want to see it in action. So my computer just turned off in the background. Hold on, let me just bring it back up. Alright, so as you can see, I've already done the battery. Your battery should look like this, but with yellow around it, and it won't have tape. If it does have tape and it looks like this, or electric tape or duct tape or somewhat, it means that you've either done it before and I don't know why you're here, or you've bought it off eBay or second hand and they've tried to replace the battery and it came loose. So that would be a completely different matter. You wouldn't have to do half of the steps in this video. Or you just need to tighten that, and then you'll be off. So I'm going to show you from the start on how to do this. There will be it won't have tape obviously, but this little, if you can see this little, I'll just focus. Camera doesn't want to focus. Anyway, so what you want to do is, if you can see this little steel strip, that will have solder that you'll have to get a small screwdriver or hobby knife and kind of just pry the solder from the battery. And it can take a while, and you also need to be very careful of these small parts here. that can easily be ripped off while you're doing this, so you need to be extremely gentle and very patient. Try not to get angry. It's very hard not to when it's such a painstakingly slow job, but if you want to play this game and have it save, it's definitely worth it in the long run. So once you've plied off the solder on the first lever of the battery, you can lift that up and then pull the battery over. So then it will kind of be in the air, supported by another metal hinge, I could say, to obviously have positive and negative, giving the power to the game cartridge itself. So once you're at this stage, you can pry off the solder on the second part of the battery, which is at the back, and the battery will just come out. So then you want to get either CR2025s, which is the battery that came with it. With the Nintendo, it just didn't look like this. Obviously, this is a GP lithium cell branded battery, or a CR2032, which is slightly wider, which is what I've got in here, but it will last about 2 years longer. I won't take that for, don't take my word for that, but it may or may not last 2 years longer. Obviously it will last longer because it's a bigger battery and it can hold more power. But anyway, so once you've done that, you just want to get electric tape, duct tape, plumber's tape, whatever you have, and just support this battery back where the soldering points were. So if you look up on a wiki, you'll see that, like an answers page, you'll see that if you want to tape it around like it was with the soldering, if that makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, I'll put a link in the description to a wiki answers page or a Instructable page, so you can have a little bit of a more detailed look on this. So now we're going to test the new battery out. What you want to do is you want to put the game back into its cartridge, slide the top path back on, and just click it in. Just try not to force it too hard, because otherwise it means that if it doesn't go on easily, like really easily, it means that it's not on properly. So you just want to line up them parts, there we go, and the back parts. Just try and having a bit of a difficulty putting this on. Bear with me for a second. There we go. So now the cartridge has been slided back on, just how it came off, except instead of pushing down, you're pushing up. And then don't put the screw back in yet, you want to try it out on the Game Boy and test if it works. Obviously I've redone my battery already, so it will obviously say continue instead of just new game. If it doesn't, there's something wrong. Anyway, so see how it says continue. I'll just continue from where I was in my save just to show you. I've already selected my Pokemon, which was a beloved, I love this Pokemon, Cyndaquil, and he's holding his lovely little berry like they do in Pokemon Silver, Gold and Crystal. And if that's all good and working, you can take it out and put the security screw in. Now before it will say continue, you do have to start a new game and get to a point where you can save and just save it. Turn off the game, take the cartridge out for about 30 seconds to a minute, put it back in. You can do it for longer if you want, but just for the sake of time I'd do it for 30 to 1 minute. And start it back up. If it still says continue, well done, your battery replacement has been complete. If it doesn't work, try and there's a lot of good YouTube videos out there on how to replace a Pokemon Silver battery. I just thought it'd be nice to be able to help out any of my subscribers, if I get any soon, on how to do this. Just personally, from my perspective, just to show that you don't have to be like a professional game designer or something to be able to change the battery. But I'll just tighten this. As you can see, it's worked. Everything's all good, and we just hit 10 minutes on the video, so I'd better go. Catch you guys later for some more all things Game Boy.